It would be good to start by pressing record. Hey allihopa, hi everyone and welcome to another video from Say It in Swedish! I'm your host, JOAKIM, and today we are gonna talk about my 10 favorite Swedish YouTubers who speak in Swedish. They aren't all Swedish, by the way, but we'll get to that in a bit. First, I wanted to tell you and remind you of sayitinswedish.com, as always, where you can get more content for learning Swedish for free. And if you want to support the channel and you want to unlock some extra stuff in those lessons on sayitinswedish.com, you can become a Patreon member. All the links are in the description down below. So, YouTube. We are on YouTube right now, and there are a bunch of YouTubers speaking Swedish, and today I wanted to tell you about a few of those that I watch sometimes and regularly and whatever. I have a few that I like. So let's begin with the 3 food YouTubers that I have on my list. So the first one I wanted to talk to you about is Geek, which is a pretty big Swedish YouTube channel, and it's run by a guy named Johan, and he releases, I think, daily videos about food and how to make food, and it's not all only making food, not only recipes and so on. He also talks to you about mixing cocktails and drinks and what you shouldn't buy in the supermarket, like what kind of shitty products there are, and he also visits factories and so on. So it's a very diverse and interesting channel to watch. You should definitely check him out, and of course it's all in Swedish, which is good for you because you should practice your Swedish. And the next channel is Modkuma, and you won't really know learn how to cook there, but you will finally have the answers to how many pizzas you can eat, how you will feel after eating everything on the menu at McDonald's, and how drunk or how quickly you have to drink very weak beer to get drunk. It's a very interesting food channel, and I don't know how these guys can still be alive, but you should definitely check them out. It's a very entertaining and educational as well, because they answer stuff that you didn't know that you wanted to ask. Definitely. Next we have Uppdrag Mat, and you won't really learn how to cook there either, and the channel is pretty young, just 1 year old. It doesn't have a ton of videos, but it's already one of Sweden's bigger channels, because our channels don't normally get very big. So that's a cool thing. I think it has almost 300,000 subscribers, so that makes it pretty big. And here you learn more about food, like what the food in Swedish prisons is like, the best hot dog and so on. So you get more of that vibe from that channel, which is pretty interesting. So the videos are interesting even though you don't want to cook or learn to cook or whatever. So just informational, but in an entertaining way, I'd say. So check that out, of course. And of course you'll find links to all these channels down in the description, and if you are discovering them through me, leave them a comment with a little Swedish flag. That could be funny, actually. Next on our list we have a gaming channel, Arga skånska män, angry Scanian men. Skåne, or Scania as it's called in Latin or English, which is pretty weird. It feels weird to refer to it with another name than Skåne. But it's a region in the south of Sweden, and these two guys who run this channel, they originate from there, and they make pretty entertaining and funny gaming videos, and they live stream regularly as well. And on the channel you'll also find some other content which could be funny or entertaining to watch. Some cooking, some shooting with potato cannons and stuff like that. So definitely check that out. I think they made a new channel for more stuff, like more random stuff, but I think this is their main channel, so check that out. Next we have 4 channels that are all about that comedy, and they are pretty funny, so let's jump right into that. So the first one is Crazy Pictures, and unfortunately they aren't very active on YouTube because it's also a production company, but they started out making funny short films or skits on YouTube with great effects, and they are pretty random at times, so it's very like random comedy, and that's the best comedy. But 2 years ago they released their first feature film, Den blomstertid nu kommer, or as it's called in English, The Unthinkable, I think. I don't really approve of that title because it says nothing really, but it's about Sweden gets invaded and so on. It's a catastrophe film, not really a funny movie. I just wanted to tell you about the movie because it's very good and just made by these guys, you know. So you should definitely check that out. But the channel is very funny, very, very, very funny. So check out the old stuff. You won't regret it, I promise. Next we have Ling and Arlene Bye, and these two twins, they make funny skits on YouTube in Swedish, and yeah, I think they're pretty funny, so definitely check that out. They make very, like, things that you can recognize yourself in. At least me as a Swede, I recognize the situations that they are talking about, so very funny. It's also one of the best types of comedy, I think, where you can recognize yourself in it or you recognize something. So definitely check that channel out. I think it's as old as my personal channel, but they went to, I think they have 11k subscribers now, and they should have a lot more. So definitely go and subscribe to them. Then we have I Just Wanna Be Cool and Freudian Slip Production, and those are two completely different channels. However, they both make high quality short skits or short films that are very funny. So check those out, both. Super subscribe and so on. They are really good, really, really good. Last on our list, we actually have two Finnish channels, but it's not what you think. These two women, they are in fact Finno-Swedes or Finland Swedes. I don't really like that term because it will confuse you with actual Swedes from Sweden, but they are Finnish citizens, but their mother or native language is Swedish, because that exists in Finland. And the first channel I wanted to mention is Gabi Gron, and it's a like your normal or regular type of YouTube channel where you get random content and some life updates and so on. But she has a funny style. She's really funny and really cute about it. So definitely check that channel out and tune your ears to some Swedish from Finland. And I think I've heard before that it's easier for people to understand, easier for learners to understand Finland Swedish, because they don't reduce and contract so much. So let me know in the comments down below if you agree. And actually, Gabi Gron has moved to Sweden, so maybe we will see some videos in the future about the difference between Swedish in Sweden and Swedish in Finland, and the difference about those two countries as well, Finland and Sweden. So that could be interesting as well. So definitely subscribe to her channel for more updates on that. And then we have Peterson. I'm just gonna say it like that because she mostly makes content in English. However, there are a few videos in Swedish on there as well, which I really enjoy to watch. I guess her name is Peterson or Peterson, I don't really know which one it is, which is bad. And of course, you should subscribe to this channel if you haven't, because why not? What do you have to lose? I make educational content for you every week, and If you want to learn Swedish, you can do that on sayitinswedish.com, and if you want to support the channel, you can do that on Patreon. Links are in the description down below to all channels and so on. And don't forget to comment on those channels with a Swedish flag. And we will see each other in the next video. Okay? Ha det bra, puss och kram, vi ses! And as always, I wanted to thank my patrons, especially Kelly Primo, Chris Whitmire, Lily, Lane Bartlett, and Traveler Luke. Thank you guys so much. Tack så mycket. And why not watch another video when you're here? Click here, now.